Hi, I'm Olivia Long, founder and CEO of SMSF AI, and today I've got George Takianos with us from Assetora. Hey George, how you going?
Hey, Olivia, I'm good. Thanks for having me on your show.
That's good. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what makes Assetora a good asset to invest in?
Yeah, fantastic. So firstly, just explain what we do. We're a fractional investment technology company, a fintech company, and we take our technology, allows us to take any asset, any investment, and break it down into manageable dollar units that people can purchase. So you purchase a fraction of a broader asset and you benefit from the success of that asset. That's what we do. We recently took over a listed business in November, previously known as Domicom, reshaped the business, rebuilt the business, and now we're moving forward in a fantastic direction personally, I think for our industry. We're leveling up our industry, financial services, with a fractional investment approach to wealth creation. And if I can open up with one example of what we've done, maybe talk about what we've done.
Please do.
There's an estate in Canberra called Pilbara Estate. We've created a fund for that estate. So the fund, the estate itself sits as the asset in the fund. Now everyone has an opportunity to invest in that estate. Now what's great about it is that it's great for Canberra. We are building that estate to be an incredible yielding investment for everyone that buys into the fund. And to give you an example of how this will be generating a revenue stream, can I show you this little paper that I have here, the Pilbara Estate, and these are all the different ways this incredible estate, only a kilometre from the airport in Canberra, will be generating revenue for investors. They've got an amazing area for weddings, a function building for weddings. There's a cellar door, it grows its own vines. They'll be making their own wine. There's a cellar door. Not only will they be selling their own wines, but also showcasing wines from the region. There's a fully functioning dining restaurant, exceptional experience. They will have short stay accommodation. It's only okay from the airport. There'll be accommodation there as well. There's a corporate function facilities all through the estate. They've also got a wholesale kitchen there, so they're going to start doing produce that they'll be selling across Australia, distributing around Australia. And there's a huge part. There's such a big estate. There's a huge part that's been levelled out to run festivals. Now, these are big music festivals, country festivals. So this will become a destination venue in Australia, only a kilometre from the airport in Canberra, and we've created a fund out of this. So if you look at a good investment, this investment, it's the real estate, it's all these different businesses and produce that's coming from this one investment fund asset. And that's an example of what we do at Assetora. So I'm excited to be a part of this business, and yeah, we've actually leveled up the investment option universe for every investor in the country. And it's all done with businesses and services that benefit the community and have the ability to have long-term yield growth and capital growth over time on the back of adding value.
Right. Now tell us about, you've got a medical device. Let's talk through that one.
Yeah, so we're setting up a fund. The company's called Vigo, and they've developed this device like a little Band-Aid you put over your heart, and it tracks your cardiovascular system for 24 hours. And then all that data is then uploaded onto an app, and they can do a diagnostic of what's happening with you. What's amazing is, and when we look at it, cardiovascular disease in Australia is the leading cause of death and is growing, not only here, but in the US. And this company's device it replaced, when you go in, they do an ECG, they stick all these wires on you and you sit there for a bit. Yep. It does that, but it's a tiny little device. You wear it like a Band-Aid. Yeah. And we're building a fund where the fund will purchase those devices, and then we're going to distribute them to doctors and hospitals, everyone related. And this is a big area for Australians. What's amazing is that little device, we can get 300 uses out of it before you replace it, the device. So the patient wears it, they come back, they'll use it again with other patients. The yield on that, I think we get about $12 every time it's used. And the return on investment on that is massive per device. And we're going to build a fund where the fund purchases those devices, and then the fund itches them out and gets that every time it gets used, it brings in that income. Isn't that incredible? And that's happening right now. That's in the process of being built up right now. So it's exciting. It's an exciting business. We're always looking for innovative ideas that have very sound investment fundamentals that benefit the community. And yeah, we're excited about it, and we make it accessible to everyone. for dollar units. So once we set up the fund through our fractional investment platform, it starts at $1 units. And of course, there'll be a secondary market when it comes up as people can trade them.
Mm-hmm. So it's pretty much for the layman, it's like investing in a managed fund. You buy a certain number of units in the fund.
Exactly.
And then you'll get your distribution statement every year.
Yeah, exactly right. That's right. It's exactly, you'll receive an income. There'll be your unit price will be valued based on current valuations, and that's updated daily. So yeah, it's exactly right. It's just like a managed fund, if you like. You can relate it to that same sort of approach.
Now you have something that I think is quite unique, which is your homeowners equity fund. Do you want to talk a bit about that?
We'll talk about that. Thank you for bringing that up, Liv. So there's people want to get into home ownership, and we all know that prices are out of control. And I was actually looking at the affordability of properties back, 75 compared to where it is now. So definitely to get into the property market is more challenging today than it was 30 years ago. So we've come up with, now I know there's a lot of programs, the government does programs, there's a lot of social, family offices and people that are trying to do, charity-like things to get people in there. But there is a segment of the community that earn way too good money to basically be able to participate in those programs. So we saw an opportunity to set up a fund where we can help that part of the demographic get into their home. And these usually people that are earning as a household over $150,000 a year. They like their lifestyle. They've got the income to service a mortgage. They just don't have the deposit. So this fund has partnered with Bricklet. Bricklet's a share ownership platform. We provide 20% equity for you to for that couple to purchase their home through their Bricklet program. They pay us a rent for that equity. We call that occupancy fee. I couldn't get that out. And then and within 10 years, they repay that 20% equity component, at the current market value. So. And what we found, Bricklet have tested this program for 2 years very successfully. There's actually a waiting list of about 1,000 people that want to be a part of this program.
Wow.
So we set up this fund, and now we're in the process of getting investors. If you're looking for a good yield with capital growth that is backed by owner-occupied residential property, which is what this is backed by, this would be a great fund to look at.
And so what do you refer it to as? Community investing?
We call it, we look at good solid investment fundamentals, but we do it in a socially responsible way. We want whatever we do needs to benefit everyone in the community. It needs to benefit their quality of life or their health or their prosperity. And it benefits our whole, it just benefits the citizens of Australia in terms of everybody thriving. The term that I like to use is a rising tide lifts all boats. We look for things that basically lift everyone's quality of life and their prosperity and their wealth. And then we get involved. And the other thing that's unique about our approach is, like the Pilbara estate, when we decide to make a fund out of something, we bring in solid teams that will make this a successful business too. Because when you look at the Pilbara estate, you have the restaurant, the salad door, you've got the festivals, the produce area, you've got the weddings. All these are little businesses that require specialty focus, and we make sure the people in there know what they're doing and they are disciplined and focused on getting great outcomes for the business and for the fund.
So if people are interested, George, at looking at some of the investment types that Assetora have on offer, where should they go?
Probably start with our website, which is www.assetora.com, or they can reach out to me. I'm happy to, do you want me to read out my number now, or they can just read out to me?
We'll pop it in the details.
Awesome. Yeah, they can just reach out to me and we'll have a chat, start with the discussion. Our website is a great starting place, though, if you want to find out about our approach and what's on offer. There's a lot that's going to be announced in the coming year. I think really exciting things we're doing. And it's great to be a part of this business. And I'm excited about what we're going to launch to market.
Brilliant. Okay, well, George, thanks for your time. Very interesting product indeed.
Thanks, Olivia. I enjoyed this. Thanks.